What's up, manga fans? This is Raphael from C Manga, and welcome back to another review of Bleach. This week's chapter 613, The Ordinary Piece. Now, I have to admit, this was a very quick chapter, even for Bleach standards. It was only 13 pages, and it's kind of making me think what I said last week. Kubo still might not be feeling well, so it's not really surprising of its length. But either way, the chapter was fun. It kind of had that goofy sense of humor, you know, like before everything gets serious and, you know, the drama starts up again. And I particularly enjoyed, you know, I'd say the conversation and interaction back down in the Seireitei, especially Ukitake. He was making me laugh quite a bit because he was so cheerful. He basically emerged from, you know, one of the other rooms in Urahara's laboratory, and he had been helping performing surgeries on the injured shinigami. And it was funny because that shocked everyone, because even Shindy had to speak out and say, shouldn't it be you receiving, you know, treatment? And Ukitake basically said, because I've been sick so many times and I'm usually always sick, I know quite a lot about healing and all the procedures that need to go with it. And he even says that he couldn't have done it without Isane and Hinata, and they were like, no, if it wasn't for Ukitake's instructions, they wouldn't have been able to do what they did. So that was actually quite hilarious, because obviously usually Ukitake is the one being healed, and now he's the actual healer. And funny enough, I was wondering, there was a panel where it was showing a dissection autopsy room at the beginning. I was like, what the hell was up with that? Who was being dissected? Was it one of the Quincy's or something? Or I was confused about that, but maybe that was just something that it wasn't something you should think about or look too far into. But speaking of obviously the healed patients, everyone else is all healed. Ukitake did mention that Kenpachi was the only one who's not up, but Speak of the Devil comes in, is like, who you say is not going to be up? And what I liked was his concern for Yachiru. First thing he asks is, where is she? And he's informed that his 11th squad is basically out looking for her, so he's already hot on his turn on his heels. He's ready to go and search for her, but he's restricted by these reishi bars that stop the door. And like, Kenpachi starts to lose his temper and he's about to basically go confront Urahara, but Nanoa basically steps up and takes to the stage, and she confronts him. And I enjoyed this because she kind of, you know, talked down the big brute, whereas, you know, Kenpachi's kind of like a wild animal, you can't be tamed. She actually managed to talk him down and said, look, your squad is out there looking for you, Yachiru. They're going to be able to find her much faster than you are, and you're a captain. Your duties are here. You have work you need to be done, that needs to be done. And it was funny because there was kind of a pause and everyone's all looking like at Kenpachi and obviously shocked by what Nanoa said, and he eventually is like, yeah, you're right, I guess they would be faster. And everyone's like, oh crap, he actually listened. So that was really funny. And as I said, things like that kind of made me obviously smile, because, you know, things are going to get a bit more dire and serious after this. So Urahara basically tells everyone that they need to fill up these orbs with Ryatsu, and the ceiling opens up, which looks like it's going to obviously maybe fire them up there, or create a path or portal to get to the royal palace. And it was funny because I felt a bit nostalgic when Urahara was telling obviously everyone there to fill up the orbs of Ryatsu, because it reminded me of when Ichigo's group was back in the Soul Society, was going to break into the Seireitei to save Ruka, and they needed to do a similar thing. So maybe it's like they'll have a giant kind of barrier similar to the one that Ichigo's group had when they smashed through the Seireitei's shield, and that will help them fire up into the royal palace, maybe something like that. And obviously shinigami of lieutenant and captain level Ryatsu are needed to basically I say fuel the barrier. So that's what I'm thinking they're there for. So yeah, as I said, that was probably the light-hearted part of this chapter, but I'd say the weird part was obviously up in the royal palace. And at the beginning we saw that Ichibe had claimed that, you know, the same thing as last chapter, Ichigo and his friends will not be able to defeat Yhwach, but he notes that this is what peace is all about, and he says, "Isn't that right, Yhwach?" And I'm thinking, what is actually going on? I was led to believe that Ichigo's group was like the scapegoat to be used to draw some time for, you know, Urahara's plan to work out and everything. But now I'm thinking something else is going on, like behind the scenes. There's some ulterior motive to all this. And funny enough, when Ichigo actually arrives there, I'm surprised that they didn't run into, you know, Ishtar or Hashwal or even the elite guards. It's like they easily managed to get to Yhwach, who's obviously standing in front of, you know, the supposedly deceased Soul King. And he seems quite annoyed that they're there when he realizes Ichigo's arrived. And he's like, that damn monk. And he's like, he basically goes on to tell Ichigo that you're just a pawn or little, you know, waste of time. You're going to be crushed by the gears of fate. And he's like, well, at least I'll be the one to bury you with my own hands. And I'm actually wondering, is there going to be a battle? I'm not very convinced. I feel like Kubo is I don't know, I'd say it's a red herring. I'm not fully convinced. If there's going to be a battle, this is definitely not, in my opinion, the final battle. I still feel like there's still so much more Bleach has to show us. And if Kubo was to end it very soon, I would be quite disappointed. So I'm just going to wait and see what all this peace and if this actual final battle, what all of that means next chapter. Because I'm really not sure what to make of it. I mean, they could end up having to sit down and have a chat, but obviously that's not going to happen. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what happens next week. I'm pretty sure if Kubo was feeling better, we probably would have got more info out of this chapter. But, you know, he's not feeling too well, so hopefully he's feeling better next week and we can see some more. Because there's so much, like, mysteries going on, and I'm just sitting there thinking, what is this piece about? What is going on? Like, everything just seems to be too, you know, easy going in terms of everything. It doesn't seem as straightforward as it's been leading us to believe. So as I said, I'm looking forward to see what happens next time. I'm looking for more answers, and yeah, hopefully the Shinigami will be arriving up there sooner or later. So that's more or less it. This chapter was short. As I said, it was a goofy kind of fun chapter with a bit of seriousness added, you know, at the beginning and end, and I can't wait to see what happens next time. So you guys know the usual. If you enjoyed this chapter and you got any comments about it, let me know in the comment box below, and I'll speak to you guys next time. Take care.